Hello and welcome to episode number 7 of the podcast. I am here today with Roosdorp, who is a 25-year-old freelancer from Amsterdam, specialized in content strategy, and we are talking about how the freelance world is changing, how it is especially interesting for millennials, and what advice Robin has for other young people that want to make it as a freelancer. I'm happy you're joining the episode.
All right, so I want to start talking with you about the freelancing world in general. So, how it is now and how it evolved. I used also a bit of time to research for some general statistics, and I found that it's really increasing, and in in Europe, it's the fastest growing group of in the labor market actually, the freelancers, and also
In general, or
um, what do you mean with in general?
I mean, you can do a lot of things freelance. So
Yeah.
you can work in data, you could be a cleaning lady. I don't know, you can do anything freelance.
Yeah, yeah, freelancing in general. But how's your experience of that freelancing world right now, and where do you see it evolving into?
Well, to be fair, I only just started out, so for me, it's only been half a year. But it doesn't surprise me at all that freelancing is growing. Because I mean, I think it's a few things. One, the millennials nowadays just don't value that sense of security.
Mm,
They rather take risks and earn more money or work less than work for a boss. Because I think personally, I think like my dad started his own company with the like with the idea that he can't work for a boss because he hates
yeah,
what to do. That's one way to go freelancing or to start your own company. But I think another really important thing is that it gives you freedom to work whenever and wherever you are on the projects that you like. Also, the economy is better, obviously. And I think previously you had you had to save for later.
mm,
Pensioen, retirement, yeah. So, sorry. With a normal job, with a full-time job, you save for your retirement, and that's included, including
yeah, yeah,
sort of insurances and everything. And we don't really care anymore, or at least we don't really believe
yeah,
we don't blindly believe that that's what we're going to get.
yeah. That's true. Yeah,
What you're saving now for your retirement is way less than what you got beforehand. So it's like I'm working my whole life,
mm,
and then what do I get in return? So I
yeah,
guess that's sort of fuck it. I'll just take care of it myself, and I'm just enjoying now rather than thinking 50 years.
mm, yeah. And I also think that things like a pension, I think millennials don't really trust in that anymore. Millennials don't really trust in those systems anymore, and rather try to take care of themselves.
Yeah. And I also feel like, although I'm not sure if that has a correlation or anything, but we're way less materialistic as well. So we care about experiences
Yeah,
than having a nice car, right?
yeah, yeah.
An expensive watch or anything. So yeah, we do need to make money, and those things also cost money. But
It's not that much anymore. It's not, you don't define yourself over the things that you spend. It's not the more money you spend, the better anymore.
Yeah. It's I read this article the other day that says that millennials don't spend their money on that. Like previously, having a nice car or a nice watch or fancy clothes, anything would define how successful you are in life. And nowadays, it's about whether you drink your cappuccino with oat milk.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, sometimes it's even cheaper.
Really? Oh, I've yet to find that place, but
I mean, not necessarily with the milk, but for example, living a healthy lifestyle, things like that.
yeah. I mean, meat is very expensive. I barely eat meat, so yeah, that is way cheaper
Yeah.
than unhealthy stuff. So I think correlation as well, and as I said, the economy is just way better. And personally, I told you before, I didn't start freelancing because I didn't think of that beforehand. I was not like, I'm going to quit my job to do this. I know a lot of people do.
Yeah.
But for me, it was more, I don't know what I'm good at. I just want to figure that out. And then along the way, I just, instead of looking for a job, I just looked at what suits me and what I can and what I like and what I want to develop myself in. And then sell that as a service.
Yeah.
And to be fair, that works way better than it does that applying for a job, because the job description is always so vague.
Yeah.
I feel like, I don't know, it's just odd to say, like from a company perspective, to make a job description and then find someone that fits in that description, rather than hiring someone and then let that person be like do whatever he or she wants and excel in that point.
Yeah.
And then that will bring way more value for the company than it would if you would get what you're looking for, if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
If you get what you're looking for, then there's no way to exceed your expectations. So
that's a really good point. Yeah.
I think I mean, it's probably always the case. For me, for American Express, for example, the job description was quite vague, and they just knew that they needed another hand. And I get that point, because there will always be things, especially in a full-time job. Probably half of the things that you're doing are not fun. They just need to be done, and there's just no way around it. It needs to be done. And then the other half is tailored to the person that is fulfilling the job. Because someone else would get that job, and for example, he would be way more into AdWords and everything, then probably they would focus more on that. But for me, I like content marketing, and so that's the direction. And that's always the case. But with freelancing, that's even more, obviously.
Yeah, but also when you say half of the job is usually not that interesting, then maybe another person would find exactly that half of the job so interesting. So
that's true.
I also
there are a lot of people who love working 9-to-5 jobs.
Yeah.
Like they're 9 o'clock sharp, and then at 5 o'clock they're like, "Fuck it, I'm out."
Yeah.
And then leave. I've never been that person. And those are usually the people that just like a job, like a proper job description. This is what I'll do. This is all I'll do. And that's it. And for me, that has never really worked. I'm like the type of person that I just fixed an IKEA closet, for example, and I don't know. I just hate looking at the description. I'll just do it.
Yeah.
Like, how does that work? And then I just hate.
Yeah. I guess that's also kind of the millennial way. I also found an interesting statistic to that. I mean, it's focused on America, I think, but it says that 42% of 18 to 34-year-olds, so millennials, freelanced in 2018. Do you see that in your environment, that it's actually so much already?
I'm sorry. So there. Could you repeat that? Because I don't think I get it.
42% of millennials are freelancers or were freelancers in 2018.
Oh, wow, that much.
Yeah, that also really surprised me. And I thought maybe you're a bit more in the network there, but apparently it surprises you as well, right?
Well, I mean, I'm surprised it's 42% because I have a lot of people in my network that do freelancing. But I thought it was maybe that because I work in tech and a lot of people in my network they're very talented. So I figured that's probably the reason why a lot of people in my network do freelancing. Because if I look at the people I hang out with in Amsterdam, like all housemates or anything, they don't do freelancing. So I figured it was just people in tech that do freelancing. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it surprised me because there are still so many jobs, or maybe it's because they have multiple jobs.
That could be a point as well, especially as a student. It's also coming more and more, I think, also for students, that they don't do regular student jobs like working in a restaurant or something like that, but actually try to push their professional skills as well.
Yeah.
And that's actually something I wanted to talk to you as well, because you're 25 now. So you obviously started freelancing when you were really young or relatively young as well. So how did you actually secure your first jobs? Because I wouldn't expect that you would have had so much experience that as they often want to have in a freelancer.
Yeah. When I studied, I worked in restaurants and I see a lot of kids, like developers that are 13 years old, and I'm just like, what?
Yeah.
Fuck, I wasn't doing any of that. I don't think I better knew how a computer worked when I was 13.
Yeah.
So I hear these stories, and that always makes me anxious. But as I said, so I did 2 internships. That was half a year experience.
Yeah.
Then I worked at American Express for a year. So that's 2 years experience in total.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's still not a lot, but 2 years is quite a difference. And then, I mean, you at least know sort of how everything works. And you don't know everything in detail. But the good thing is, I work in marketing, in online marketing, and there's something new going on every week.
Well, that's true.
So, I had managers who worked in online marketing, they worked in marketing for 30 years, but they barely knew anything about online marketing because it's just something.
It's so fast.
Yeah, and I think that actually works in an advantage because, sure, they use WhatsApp and everything, but a lot of them could be my dad. I don't know how your parents are with social media, and mine are quite up to date, but there's still a difference in the pace of how fast they learn. And so I think that works in an advantage as well for people our age, is that we know when new things are coming up. So, I mean, they use Facebook and WhatsApp. My mom also has Instagram, but I don't think she knows how it works. And for us, it's like, WhatsApp, Instagram, there's, when there's a new app like Tinder, when Tinder came up, everyone knew how to use it instantly. And then, like, there are new apps
that's true.
day. and we just adapt so fast and we know exactly how to use it.
Yeah, because we grew up with it.
Exactly. And then people who are younger than us even know more. They're even more. They learn even faster than we do.
So would you say that especially in this digital field, millennials really don't even need that much experience because they already have this skill of adapting so fast to the changes?
Yeah, I honestly think that someone with 40 years experience in marketing, but I mean, there are exceptions, of course, but a lot of people who work that long in marketing don't know that much about online marketing. And I could almost say that someone with zero experience, but our age or younger, that they're more suited for the job than we are because we know the target audience, we know how these things work and how things work, and then it doesn't take that long to figure out how the other side of Facebook works, for example, how to make everything, because they made it so simple, and there are so many good courses online, or Google, for example, they have free courses online that you can take, so that you know exactly how to advertise and everything.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just a matter of knowing how these things work, and that's what I learned during my first 2 internships, just different aspects of marketing. So that's most of the experience you need. And then I think another side of it is obviously the traditional marketing, but then you have books and the whole freaking internet that's full of tips and tricks
and you said it. There are new methods every day. That's especially in the online marketing. I mean, of course, the traditional marketing techniques are still they're still kind of done, but so much in a different way than the traditional one that it's just learning the book learning of traditional marketing doesn't really help anymore.
To be fair, I barely know anything that I learned during my studies. In my last year I did a minor entrepreneurship. And that's further into the most some things that I still use in my job now, like the business model canvas, circle from Sinek, and things that are still used. That's it. That minor was only 4 months, so like I said, you're learning by doing, and I think also nowadays education is more outside of uni than it is in. Like, for example,
definitely.
The Golden Circle is a TED Talk, so things like that we watch for fun nowadays, whereas I don't know, 50 years ago there weren't a lot of people that were learning for fun. And I enjoy watching TED Talks or reading subjects, and I, especially during my internships, because I wasn't that busy, and also during American Express, I just read a lot. You sign in for newsletters and everything, and you learn a lot from that. So in that case, 2 years, you can absorb a lot of information in 2 years. And I didn't even try that hard, so.
And are there any newsletters or books that you would recommend for an online marketer?
Ooh, yeah. Good one. Can't name any now. Books. Well, it depends on what, because online marketing is quite broad. About copywriting is Jesus. How to Save a Cat, or Save the Cat, sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know what the names of the Save the Cats from. It's a book on screenwriting. Which is Blake Snyder. Then I hate these things because I never can name them out of the top of my mind.
But otherwise, you can also let me know afterwards, and I just put them in the description.
For sure. Yeah, I'll let you know afterwards. Okay.
Great. So, do you want to let me know how you actually secured your first paying freelance job?
Well, I'm lucky that I work in a field that whereas people. So I work as a content, or I have that in my profile still, even though now it's sort of switched. But I just put in my profile whatever I want it to be rather than because I mean I didn't have a job, so I could do whatever I like, and no one's gonna check your. I don't know how can they even check. You can name yourself whatever the fuck you want. So I named myself content strategist, and apparently that had a lot of hits on LinkedIn because content marketing is just something that a lot of companies struggle with. So even if you don't work in a field like content marketing, for example, just make sure you use your jobs or your description wisely, as in what other people are looking for. I know a lot of people also want to go for fancy words. Like, I don't know, I could do content magician or anything for those terms, so that doesn't really work.
Yeah.
But that's how people just came to me. And then I did a few small assignments, and just make sure you have a good network and you tell other people what you're doing.
Yeah.
So, as I said, I have a lot of connections and friends who also work in online marketing as freelancer. So as long as you just say what you are, say it with confidence, even though you haven't had any assignment yet, just say it anyway.
Yeah.
Don't lie, because the only thing I said was I do strategy for companies, for these and these companies. And then that's how things are rolling. So I worked with a close friend of mine. She is a UX designer. She had an assignment where she needed strategy. So she was like, Robin, I think I could use your help. And now we're working together half of the time, like half of my assignments. But another assignment was literally a girl I met the year before. And I think I hadn't seen her in half a year or.
Yeah.
It's not that I knew her that well or that I spoke to her a lot, but it's just that she knew vaguely what I did. And then someone in her environment said, oh, I'm looking for this and this. And then she thought, oh, well, maybe I know someone. So it's literally this. I mean, it's a pro tip for loads of things. It's also very helpful if you're looking for a place to stay, like for a house in Amsterdam, which is fairly impossible to find some place to live. Just tell everyone that you're looking for it. And it's the oldest trick in the book. Just let everyone know what you're looking for, what you do. And I think also because I often go to meetups and not necessarily to find business, but to meet people, to meet interesting people, and to have fun as well.
Yeah.
I'm usually quite relaxed on those occasions, and then you meet people, but in a friendly setting.
Yeah.
So you meet up, so you're just like, okay, so I'm Robin, and I can do this, and then you're very serious. So we're all around like 20 to 30 or something. No one really cares what you're doing. That's another pro tip. It's a
great.
How to Win Friends and Influence People. It's a book that I don't know if you know it, if you've read it, but it's written in the 1930s.
Oh, the one from Dale Carnegie?
Yeah. It's still relevant, and that book also says, don't ever talk about yourself, just talk about, because everyone wants to talk about themselves, so ask questions, and I think that helps. So I usually go to those occasions, and then you make friends, and then if they hear something, they're more likely to give you the job than someone else.
Yeah.
'Cause they've never seen my work, so they would have no idea if I'm good or not. But
Yeah, they think they can work well together with you.
exactly.
And that was also your first book recommendation.
See, I just keep going on.
So, yeah, it's interesting that you say that because more and more is getting online. That's also what the statistics say. But at the same time, the statistic and you also says that when it comes to actual hiring somebody,
Yeah.
most still goes over word of mouth.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it's just, and behind that it's social media, and behind that it's actually just LinkedIn. So yeah, meeting people offline is still the most important part of a freelancer, at least when you look at the statistics.
Yeah.
And that's something that at least surprised me when I saw it, because we all know work is getting more remote, more online, but you still have to make the human connection in the beginning.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not always the case, because I do know a lot of people who actively look for assignments and everything.
Yeah.
So I guess it works both ways, but I don't know. You also have these websites like Yellow. I don't think that's Dutch, but there are several websites where you can post you can create a profile
Mm-hmm.
and then upload some of your work so they know what you do. And then it's like a freelance platform, so you can find assignments from there. But what I think about platforms is that when you're just starting out, you have nothing to show.
Yeah.
You get a rating of those websites and you see how many assignments you had. So obviously the people who have more assignments ranked higher and they get more jobs. So if you're just starting out, then it's quite impossible to get something.
Yeah.